Hello and welcome to the Antique View podcast. Today we have an exciting topic: Italian restaurants. Have you ever been to one? Maybe you love Italian food, or maybe you have never tried it before. Either way, this episode is going to be fun and interesting because we will talk about what an Italian restaurant is like, what kind of food you can find there, how to order food, and some fun facts about Italian cuisine. So whether you are an English learner who wants to practice conversation or just someone who enjoys food, stay with me until the end. Let's get started. What is an Italian restaurant like? Imagine you are walking down a beautiful street. You see a restaurant with a large glass window. Inside you see wooden tables, soft yellow lights, and walls decorated with pictures of Italy. Maybe the Colosseum in Rome or the canals of Venice. You hear soft Italian music playing in the background, and the air is filled with the delicious smell of fresh pizza, garlic, and herbs. You step inside. The waiter smiles at you and says, "Buonasera! Welcome!" The restaurant feels warm and inviting. People are sitting at their tables, laughing and enjoying their food. Some are drinking coffee, while others are sharing a large pizza. The atmosphere is friendly and you feel comfortable. Italian restaurants have a special charm. Unlike fast food places, Italian restaurants encourage people to relax and enjoy their meals. In Italy, food is not just about eating, it is about spending time with family and friends. Meals are an important part of Italian culture. Most Italian meals start with an appetizer, something light to eat before the main dish. A common appetizer is bruschetta, which is toasted bread with fresh tomatoes, garlic, and olive oil. Another popular starter is garlic bread, warm and crispy with butter and garlic flavour. Then comes the main course. This is usually pasta or pizza. Italians love fresh, homemade pasta, and there are many different types. You might see spaghetti, penne, fusilli, or ravioli. Each pasta has its own unique shape and texture. Some pasta dishes come with tomato sauce, others with creamy white sauce, and some with just olive oil and garlic. Pizza is another famous Italian dish. The most traditional pizza is margherita pizza, which has a simple topping of tomato, mozzarella cheese, and basil. The colours of this pizza, red, white, and green, represent the Italian flag. Other popular pizzas include pepperoni, 4-cheese, and vegetarian pizza with mushrooms and olives. And of course, no Italian meal is complete without dessert. If you have a sweet tooth, you will love Italian desserts. One of the most famous is tiramisu. This is a coffee-flavoured cake made with layers of mascarpone cheese, cocoa, and ladyfinger biscuits. Another popular dessert is gelato, which is like ice cream but creamier and more flavourful. When you visit an Italian restaurant, you might also notice that people take their time while eating. In many countries, people eat quickly, but in Italy, meals can last for 1 to 2 hours. People enjoy talking, laughing, and sharing food. It's a tradition that makes Italian restaurants feel warm and friendly. Ordering food in an Italian restaurant. Now let's imagine you are in an Italian restaurant. You sit down, look at the menu, and the waiter comes to take your order. What do you say? Let's listen to a short conversation. "Good evening. Welcome to Bella Italia. Would you like to see the menu?" "Yes, please." "Here you go. What would you like to drink?" "I'll have a glass of water, please." "Sure. And what would you like to eat?" "I'd like a margherita pizza, please." "Great choice. Would you like any dessert?" "Yes, I'd like some tiramisu, please." "Perfect. I'll bring your order soon." This is a simple way to order food in an Italian restaurant. Let's look at some useful phrases. I'll have. This means I want to order. I'd like. A polite way to say what you want. Would you like? This is how the waiter asks if you want something. Antique View Podcast, A1, A2 English Conversation, Italian Restaurant Theme, Part 1 continued. Now that we know what an Italian restaurant looks like and what kind of food it serves, let's talk about something interesting: how Italians enjoy their meals. How Italians enjoy their meals. In many countries, people eat fast, especially in big cities. They grab a sandwich, eat quickly, and get back to work. But in Italy, meals are different. Italians believe that food is something to be enjoyed, not rushed. When Italians go to a restaurant, they take their time. They talk, laugh, and enjoy the company of friends and family. Meals can last 1 to 2 hours, sometimes even longer. It's not just about the food, it's about the experience. Another special thing about Italian restaurants is the way food is served. Instead of bringing everything at once, the meal comes in different courses. Let's look at the common structure of an Italian meal. 1. Antipasto, starter, small appetizers like bruschetta, garlic bread, or a fresh salad. 2. Primo, first course, usually a pasta dish or soup. 3. Secondo, main course, meat or fish, sometimes served with vegetables. 4. Contorno, side dish, a small dish like roasted potatoes or grilled vegetables. 5. Dolce, dessert, something sweet like tiramisu or gelato. 6. Cafe. Many Italians end their meal with a small cup of espresso. Not everyone orders all these courses, but this structure makes meals slow and enjoyable. Even in casual restaurants, people don't rush. They talk, relax, and enjoy the moment. Now, let's talk about Italian restaurant etiquette. Italian restaurant etiquette. If you ever visit an Italian restaurant, here are some things to keep in mind. Bread is not free. In many Italian restaurants, they serve bread, but they might charge you for it. This is called coperto, a small fee for bread and table service. No ketchup on pasta. Italians love their pasta fresh and simple. If you ask for ketchup, the chef might get upset. Drink coffee after a meal, not with it. Italians usually drink coffee after eating, not during the meal. And if you order a cappuccino after lunch or dinner, people might look at you strangely. Enjoy the moment. Don't rush. Take your time and enjoy the food, just like the Italians do. Eating in an Italian restaurant is not just about food, it's about the experience. The relaxed atmosphere, the delicious dishes, and the warm hospitality make it special. This was the first part of our episode. In the next part, we will have 2 conversations to help you practice ordering food in an Italian restaurant. Antique View Podcast, A1, A2, English Conversation, Part 2. Welcome back to the Antique View Podcast. In the last part, we talked about what an Italian restaurant looks like, what kind of food it serves, and how Italians enjoy their meals. Now it's time to practice English with 2 simple conversations that will help you order food in an Italian restaurant. Let's get started. Conversation 1, ordering a simple meal. Imagine you're in a small, cozy Italian restaurant. The waiter comes to take your order. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Bella Italia. Would you like to see the menu? Yes, please. The waiter hands over the menu. Would you like something to drink? Yes, I'll have a glass of water. Great. What would you like to eat? I'd like a margarita peat, please. Good choice. Would you like any dessert? Customer? Thank you. Just the pizza. All right, your order will be ready soon. This is a simple and natural way to order food in an Italian restaurant. Let's look at some useful phrases. I'll have a polite way to order something. I'd like. Another way to say what you want. Would you like? A common question from waiters. Now, let's move on to a slightly longer conversation. Conversation 2, ordering a full meal. This time, the customer is ordering a full meal, including drinks, a starter, a main course, and dessert. Hello, welcome to La Trattoria. Here's the menu. Thank you. A few minutes later, the waiter returns. Are you ready to order? Yes, I'd like a lemonade, please. Sure. And for your meal? For the starter, I'll have bruschetta. Then for the main course, I'd like spaghetti carbonara. Great choice! Would you like dessert? Yes, I'd love some tiramisu. Perfect! Anything else? No, that's all. Thank you. All right, I'll bring your order soon. In this conversation, the customer orders a full meal. Here are some useful words to remember. Starter, the first small dish before the main course. Main course, the biggest and most important dish. Dessert, a sweet dish at the end of the meal. If you ever visit an Italian restaurant, try using these phrases. It will make your experience easier and more fun. In the next part, I'll share my own experience at an Italian restaurant and whether I think you should visit one. Antique View Podcast, Italian Restaurant Experience, Part 3. Welcome back to the Antique View Podcast. So far, we've talked about what an Italian restaurant is like, what kind of food you can order, and how to order food in English. Now, in this final part, I want to share my personal experience at an Italian restaurant and whether I think you should visit one. Let's get into it. My experience at an Italian restaurant. A while ago, I decided to try an Italian restaurant that a friend recommended. I love trying different foods, so I was excited to see what it would be like. When I walked in, the place felt warm and inviting. The lights were soft, there was quiet Italian music playing, and I could smell fresh pizza baking in the oven. It already felt like a great choice. A waiter greeted me with a smile and handed me a menu. There were so many options: pizza, pasta, risotto, and more. It was hard to choose, but I finally made my decision. For the starter, I went with bruschetta, crispy bread topped with fresh tomatoes, garlic, and olive oil. Simple but delicious. For the main course, I ordered spaghetti carbonara. It was creamy, cheesy, and had the perfect amount of seasoning. I could tell the pasta was fresh and the flavours were just right. And of course, I had to end with dessert. I chose tiramisu, which was soft, creamy, and full of coffee flavour. It was the best part of the meal. The whole experience was amazing. The food was delicious, the service was great, and the atmosphere was cosy. It wasn't just about eating, it was about enjoying the moment. Should you try an Italian restaurant? Absolutely. If you've never been to an Italian restaurant, I think you should definitely give it a try. Here's why. 1. The food is fresh and flavourful. Italian cuisine is simple, but every dish is made with fresh ingredients. 2. It's a relaxing experience. Italian restaurants are not about eating in a hurry. You can sit, talk, and enjoy your meal without feeling rushed. 3. There's something for everyone. Whether you like pasta, pizza, seafood, or dessert, you'll find something you love. 4. It feels special. The warm atmosphere, the music, and the service make it more than just a meal. So if you ever get the chance, visit an Italian restaurant at least once. Try a classic dish, take your time, and enjoy the experience. Final thoughts! That's all for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed listening and maybe even learned something new. If you like this podcast, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps a lot. And if you've ever been to an Italian restaurant, let me know what you ordered. I'd love to hear about your experience. Thanks for listening. See you in the next episode. Take care and bye for now.